We live.
We live.
Yep, yep. Hey, welcome back, everybody. It's been a couple weeks. What's going on, Nikki?
I'm making it. I'm gonna make it, Joe. I mean, we are definitely blessed to be where we're at. We're definitely a secret location. We are finishing out this month with Joe and Rocky's birthday. It has been a phenomenal month. Happy birthday, Joe, to people that didn't know. Joe's birthday was last Monday and Rocky's birthday was yesterday. And those are important people in my life, especially. So we wanted to do it extremely big to end it out. So that's where we're at. So happy birthday, Joe, from last Monday. Because your stuff was big 2 weeks ago, so you didn't even get to talk about that. Like,
Yeah. My birthday. Um, that surprised me. Yeah. Um, it was a lot. All my family, friends, they came down. Uh, Big shout out to my lady Janelle. Nikki, I put together something big time. Had a
it
'90s
was so hard.
Raw. Yeah, I know
It
what.
was so hard
I
because
know
you
what.
sit and look at me all day because we work together in the same office. And I'd be like, I
Yeah.
can't. The caterer would be texting. I'm like, I can't talk. He's right here. And I said that so many times. I'm like, it's funny you say you wasn't nosy. I mean, even when I dropped the decorations at the table and you had to help me pick them up, I'm like, oh, fuck it. At this point,
Yeah.
we,
If I'm not trying to figure something out, I can ignore stuff. I'm good at ignoring different stuff. So I wasn't trying to ruin anything. I knew she had something planned, but I did not know it was going to be like that. So I was like, I'm okay with surprises and not asking what's going on.
That's good. I wanted to
Yeah.
do the roast, and she was like, "Oh yeah, that'd be a good idea." I was like, "Yeah, that is so fun for him because, let people roast him so we can
Yeah.
just,
Yeah. That's a daily routine with me and my friends. Like
yeah,
we
the
we
roast,
crack
right,
jokes on it. Yeah, we crack jokes on each other all day long. So if you can't do that, you can't hang with us. We're gonna get on you.
right, right,
But
and it
all in
makes sense.
all,
It was good.
great birthday. Um, I have no complaints. I have no complaints. Probably be the last party for a while. I must do trips now on the birthday.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I, I
all,
like the trips better, but
yeah, all in all, I had a good time, man. Shoot, my calendar for this next month is still gonna be on the move, but I had a really good time. I'm blessed. I got good people in my life.
yeah. And your
Hmm.
speeches to everybody. I mean, that was like you would think that you would know about it because your speeches were so phenomenal. We were like, oh, did he know about it? Are these written speeches? Like, I was like,
Nah, that
oh,
came from the heart. That came off. That was off the top of the dome. But I can talk anyway.
right,
But
right, right.
but if it's something I'm being real about, it's easy to talk about. So that wasn't even difficult. I just said what was on my mind.
It was so good. Yeah, that part was so good. I was like, oh, good.
Hmm.
So yeah, Janelle did a great job. She from far away, way in Boston. I know that was a hard thing to try to put your trust in other people to do stuff for your man. But I tried to do the best I could, and I said, Janelle, this is gonna be so hard because like he asked questions like, "What do you need that for?" And I'll be like, So yeah, it's good. We're happy. Happy birthday, Joe. Just again,
Yeah.
thank you for just being you. Just thank you for just being that constant reminder that there is great people out there in the world. So you
Yeah.
deserved for us to celebrate your life. So
Yeah.
and that's why we're happy that your mom was on the phone, be able to dance with your mom, even though she was on FaceTime, because it's her
Yeah.
birthday too, right? And that's what I
Yeah.
told Rocky's mom the other day. It's your birthday too. Like you congratulate yourself for raising awesome sons, like awesome. And they're like, "Oh, Nikki, no, it's not me. You raised them awesome, so it's not hard for anything I do. It's just easy. Yeah, no difficulty, no drama. It's easy. No KJ.
Yeah. That's my guy. That's my guy.
I don't know if people gonna say the same thing about me, but yeah, they'll be like, well, that KJ.
Yeah.
So, so yeah, we are. So today, Joe, I think we're gonna talk about politics a little bit. I don't know if anything's shaking.
Um, just myself. I mean, this little crisis at the border, but that's neither nor that's not old. It's just there's not enough information on it for me to really speak on. I don't know if Biden's doing the same thing Trump did or the same thing Obama did. The cameras aren't really allowed down there. All I know is it's a crisis at the border. Also, with the vaccine, I'm seeing, I don't know if this is true or not either, but they're trying to make it where you have to be vaccinated to travel, go certain places. I'm not feeling that either. Um,
Oh,
but all in all, it's back to normal. I mean, we got crazy people out here shooting up a bunch of innocent people. We got politicians lying, and outside is finally opening back up. So I mean, we was waiting for normalcy. We on our way to it.
but California is not open, Joe.
Yeah, it don't look like it. It don't look like
Mm-mm. But Houston's open. Atlanta looks like it never closed, but for that 1 week. But Houston is all the way open. Remember, I know this time last year we were in Houston and
yes.
it was all the way
Shut
closed.
down.
Remember, like
Yeah, shut down. Yeah.
this same week, matter of fact, we was there because my
Hmm.
brother was brought down his house and was like, we may want to come back because is that the one where the sheriff met us at the door?
Yeah. Yes. Yes. They met us out the plane.
At
I
the
almost
plane.
turned. I almost turned around, got back on the plane to Atlanta.
Me too, because I was like, yeah,
I don't
I'm
want no
sorry.
smoke with y'all.
I don't want
Yeah.
no smoke with, and it was like the National Guard or something, right? It wasn't even just regular police. It was like extra police or something. I don't know what it was, but
Yeah. The Texas Rangers.
oh, that's what it was. That's what it was.
Mm,
And I didn't understand what a ranger was. Like,
yeah.
so
So, it's a lot has man, a lot has happened in a year. It's been a lot. This year has gone by quick too.
yeah, it has. And we're already at March, the end of March, going into April. And to celebrate, that we made it through that month. I mean, people still need to love on their family and still be safe. I
Yeah.
mean, they're trying to open back up schools. I'm sorry, that's Lenny's phone. I don't know what's that. They're
Oh,
trying to
Lenny's
open
up.
back up schools. Lenny can get his phone. They're trying to open back up schools and send kids back to school, which is good and bad. But my son will not be because my son knows everything in the world because he's the smartest one, he said. So he's not probably not going to wear the mask right. He's not going to switch classes right. It's going to be something. So you know what? You just stay home and we'll work on that because I don't have time. And then he goes between me and my mom's house, and I don't want him bringing anything over there that he's gotten from school or some little girl, whatever. So no, you just go to virtual school. So because
Yeah.
they're making you take the vaccine to go back to school or no.
No, they haven't said that, but the way they I don't the way they pushing stuff now, they making it they're using fear to invade on your privacy. But that's a whole different. I got to talk about that for like 2 hours. But people have let in fear give up their rights. They have
Right,
let they have let them the government use fear to give up their basic rights. You cannot tell me I have to do something as far as with my body. Like
right,
it's funny to hear people argue that fact, but then be mad when the government, which is still wrong, try to tell women what to do with their bodies. Which one is it? Can you or can you
right,
not? So it's like people just they go over whatever is more comfortable for them, whatever works for them. But I feel this. I keep the same energy. You cannot tell me what to do with my body. I don't even get the flu shot,
yeah,
and I know my body. As soon as I go mess with some, put some stuff in there with me, I'm gonna be shut down. No,
right,
mm-mm, mm-mm.
right. Because my mom got it, and it's the two. And at first, me and my brother were kind of back and forth about it because I still think that she shouldn't have got. And then she was like, she didn't do well from it. She didn't get as sick as some people, but she didn't do well. And I just don't encourage it. We don't know enough about it. Um, and there's already so much toxins and stuff that we already put in our bodies just by eating food. So by adding this that we don't know what it is, because we really don't even know what corona is, to me was just like it just didn't make sense. So I'm not going to do it because just some pre-existing stuff that I have. I just don't want to add to it. I just don't know enough.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I'm gonna hold out. I'm gonna hold out for a little while.
and it's
And
not like kids are like, oh, you're just trying to be woke. And it's like, I'm not, it's not me not being woke, it's being like understanding. And if I don't understand it, then I need to do more research. And I don't know what woke is. Like, you don't know. Like, how you woke and you live in a cul-de-sac your whole life? I don't even understand it. I don't even understand. You ain't never lived.
Yeah.
I remember I told you a story. We took KJ to like an apartment. He was like 10. He was like, "Oh,
He's
what
like,
is
what is
this?"
this? KJ's wild guy.
I was like,
He's
"This is
asking what
like."
an apartment.
He was like, "Why their house? Do they have all these houses?" I was like, "No, this apartment." Apartment? I said, "Shut the fuck up." Everybody's like, "Oh, he never been in an apartment." I'm sorry. We finna go ahead and head out. I'm so embarrassed to go announce like, "Oh, what is this? This is one room and go." Stop talking because that's what I'm saying. You don't know enough. Yeah. So don't do no life based on Kenneth Richardson, Jaffe, Caesar, Baby Shark, Joe's Child.
Oh my God.
None.
Mm-mm-mm.
So,
Has
yeah.
has
So
has that's funny.
so Joe, what is your like? What is since the government is not really shutting like the airports down? Like, what does your travel stuff look like? Because I know that you got a couple places to go in April. You have a baby being born, your godchild being born in April, correct?
Yeah. I, yeah, that's what I said. All of April is crazy. I have a birthday celebration this week coming up. I have Easter. I'm gonna go see my grandparents. Haven't seen them in a while in New York. Um, I have an engagement party to go to. Big
Oh, that's right.
proud of my boys. Um,
A couple of those coming up.
I have Houston. Forgot about
Yes.
that.
Oh my God. So speaking of
Taking
Houston,
KJ to Houston.
speaking of Houston, so your brother called me today. He was like, "Why y'all not coming here?" I said, "First of all, you were supposed to come see us in Atlanta." He's like, "I'm so bored." This is what I said. So it's Tuesday at like 3. You don't want to go to work? You don't, you ain't got no work to do, no filing, no
So he want us
testify.
to be. He wants to be there now.
Tell me I'm bored. You can probably just go to work. I mean, you could do some work
Well,
somewhere.
I'm gonna call him. Tell him he need to fire up some ribs then when we get there.
Yeah, he was like, "You're not coming to the end of the month." I'm like, "Yeah, but you were supposed to be here already. That's not my fault. You got your situation." No, I mean, tell me I'm
Mm,
bored.
yeah,
When he said that, I said, "Oh my gosh,
he's
something's wrong with
funny.
my mother's
But
child."
we'll be out there, and then after that, Mother's Day. Um,
Tell my
and
cap.
after that is I'm going to Puerto Rico.
Oh, for graduation.
Yep. So busy, 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 busy,
That's what I'm
busy.
being busy. So today, I
Yeah.
think, okay, so Dio called today, and Dio is,
Is he on right now?
he's not. I think I need Nicholas or somebody to call him. So Alexis and Dio were supposed to go on a date. Alexis said, everything I reported is what Alexis said. There was not that much cap. With me, there may be a little bit of cap, but there wasn't that much. But Dio called this morning, and first of all, it's early for us because we're in LA, and late for him. So it was like 9 o'clock there. So I was like, "What's the problem?" He was like, "Man, I just watched the show." I was like, that show was in February. That was Black Love Month." He was like, "No, I need to get on there. I need to tell my side. Where can she get on there?" I said, "Probably not because she has something to do." "Well, I'm going on there to tell my side." Fine. I'm not telling you can't, sir. So I mean, yeah, he's big mad. So we're gonna see what he got to say. So Nicholas
Yeah.
called him a Dio mad. I was like, that show was a month ago. Oh, 6 weeks ago. Why are we just mad today? Why are you big mad today? You should have been big mad. That means you don't watch the show, bro. That's what that means.
Yeah.
So
He called me back to back. He was ready, yo. He was ready. I I still don't even know the whole story, so I'm curious to hear his thought because I wasn't here. I went to Boston or whatever, so I don't know what was going on with that whole
yeah,
Houston shit.
she played him out.
Mhm.
And so Shalise is here now. So we can bring Shalise on because we're gonna end this month off with a Black women's business and dating and love and just Black woman and women as a whole. We're celebrating women. Next month we'll do men. I know there's not a lot of men places that celebrate men. We definitely celebrate men because I love the men in my life. So next month we'll do that. But we're going to end with Shalice this month, and Shalice has a drinking company, right?
Yeah, she got t-shirts. We're gonna let her talk about it. Yeah,
Oh,
she's a hustler. She be on the
Yeah,
move.
she's a hustler. Hi, Freddie.
hello.
How are you?
Fine. It popped up real quick. I was like, oh, hey.
Hey, no time to once I see you down there, you coming on in. Open the door.
What's up, Shalice?
Hey, how you doing? How you doing? How's everybody?
We're good. With your New York accent, you sound like MC Light this morning.
Gosh. Everybody says that, and I'm like, to me, I don't hear it anymore. I don't feel like it's that strong.
Definitely MC Light I'm getting today. And I feel like I just saw you last weekend. It didn't sound like that, but today definitely you sound like MC Light.
Hello. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. Because to me, I don't hear it anymore, and I don't think it's as pronounced, but apparently it is.
It is.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
Tell me your name. Tell me a little bit about yourself, what you do, what you got going on.
Okay, well, my name is Shalice. I do have a t-shirt company. It's called My Life Tees, which I'm currently transitioning it to be My Life Apparel because I do more than t-shirts at this point. Also, like I offer hoodies, t-shirts, sweatsuits, doing masks, all of those type of things. And I also have a drink company called Pour Please, which is a mobile bartending service. And I also sell like the adult Capri Sun pouches and like, I don't know, like I don't know what you would call them, like the smaller containers. But I sell those as well. And then, like I said, I offer mobile bartending services to people for any events from baby showers, weddings, bachelorette parties, those type of things. So, yeah.
Yep.
You do a lot.
Yeah. Speaking of, I've been a taster of these drinks.
Yes.
I have been there during the creation of these drinks. Ain't no joke.
You have. I did a 40th birthday party this weekend, and it was so much fun. Like now that like COVID is like the the restrictions are lifted and stuff, like going back to doing private events, it's like.
Yeah. So what got you started with? So I think I have all your t-shirts. I think I should have.
Yeah, I think you do. Yeah, you do have all of the t-shirts.
All right. So what got you started with the t-shirts?
The t-shirts, honestly, I was always a person that liked to wear like different screen tees and different like shirts with words and stuff like that. And it was just kind of like, a matter of fact, it was my 28th birthday. I was having a party and I wanted something to give away, like a takeaway. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll do like shirts and see if people like them. And they did. So that's kind of when I started making my own, because my friends had always told me, like, you always have shirts with like little funny words or funny sayings or serious sayings, whatever, like, so that's kind of how the t-shirt thing started. And so it started as like just my own thing, but at this point, it's especially during COVID, it's grown to a different space where I do a lot of creating for other people as well. And that's just because so many people created like businesses and different things like that during COVID. So I do a lot of branded merchandise now for people, like for their lash companies, hair companies, like whatever it is that they've started on their own. So
business. Yeah, COVID has it either made you or broke you this year. A lot of people started a lot of different stuff, and that's big, It showed you have to have a different avenue to get this paper, because it's been rough for some people. It's been rough for some people, you know what I mean? But that's good. But the drinks, so
somebody call them the Cosby drinks, right?
Oh my gosh! Yes. I do not promote that, but yes, I have been. They have said these things. We here at Pour Please do not support that, but yes, I mean, it's always a good time. I mean, I like for people to have a good time. So even like when I do events and stuff, I really just like people to have a good time. And I mean, drinking brings people together. But I've also do like mocktails, like, I've done those before, those type parties. So, but yeah. Mr. Joe Clark has had some of my drinks. He's been in my kitchen literally when I've been like, all right, I'm gonna do a new one for this month, because I try to do a different one every month.
Oh yeah. What was my favorite one? It was that
the Jack lemonade.
Yeah, and I don't even drink, and I was like, oh my god,
it was the Jack lemonade.
It was so good. Yeah, it was so good. I was like, oh my gosh.
That's why I know this weekend is gonna be wild.
I'm excited.
It's the birthday this weekend coming up. Let's see, Aries month is popping, yo.
The whole Aries season.
I'm so happy for y'all because I felt bad for y'all last year because nobody could do nothing.
I was so
the
sad.
other birthdays, people was able to do stuff because it was like, okay, this is how we move. But we didn't know what to do when y'all's came because COVID had just hit on the 15th of March. So
Yes,
I
it
lost the
hit right
deposit
on
on the
our season.
venue. I did a Zoom birthday. I mean, but it was a lot because at that point, that's when it first hit. So like that wave was like going through New York, and I had a lot of people that was like sick up there. It was a lot, but this year we outside. We're gonna take our tests. Yeah, man, and be outside.
your party's where this weekend? Because I don't know if I can make it, but it's where it's at. It's a brunch spot.
Yes, it's not a brunch spot. It's a space that I rented out.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's a space that I rent, a rooftop that I rented out.
Oh, okay. And that's Saturday.
Yep.
So the rooftop I've been asking about.
Yes, yes. And I'm like, every year I do something. Like it's never, but I did once they lifted our little people band or whatever and raised it to like 50. The next day, I got my money back from my Airbnb and we back at the rooftop.
Okay.
And that's Saturday or Friday?
Saturday. It's like if my birthday felt weird because Easter, so I did it Saturday so people could still, go home, whatever they're doing Sunday.
Yeah, because I'm definitely telling to get his damn phone.
Where's Money at?
I think he out here. We got
see you sitting in the gardens, like
yeah, enjoying the sun.
It's so beautiful out here.
I'm about to say it looks nice.
Yeah.
I thought we were gonna get in the water. I put my bathing suit on, but I was like, I'm not messing up my hair. But yeah, too early.
Oh, that's funny. But no, I'm ready for this weekend. So also want to bring you on. So in Charlotte, we all hang out. We have these talks all the time.
Okay.
So we've been asking the women, especially business women, the dating scene. How is it for you? as you tilt your head, yo.
It's okay. So first of all, when it comes to the like business piece specifically, that's a whole nother layer because how you divide your time, it literally is like, am I taking my time away from something else that I could be doing here to like you got to divide your time separately, which is also why sometimes that process becomes frustrating because I had at one point had a real issue with I guess pulling myself away from work, whether it was like t-shirts or, I do events sometimes, just different things, but I'm looking for a relationship. So I've prioritized dating in a different way. So that's a whole nother layer because a lot of times some men will automatically assume either, oh, that means that you're too busy. You don't have any time. Like, well, all you have to do is make plans. You make plans. I'll be there. It's not like I've ever said like somebody's made plans and I've like stood them up. Like, so that is one layer. Then obviously, of course, the money comes into it. It's that like, and I mean, and the money thing is a whole nother thing. Like I have friends who literally like, have certain positions or stuff and they'll tell people like the basic role. So like say I'm a regional manager of whatever, Southeast, They'll be like, oh, I work in retail. Like, well, no, I mean, like seriously, because that's a whole nother thing. But I've realized, even like conversations that we've had and stuff like that, also it's an ego thing in a certain way. So it's being able to be like, no, you can still be the man, or and whenever in terms of the finance piece or whatever. Just because we have a business, that doesn't mean that you don't still want to be catered to in a certain way.
Right.
And that's a hard balance, I guess, sometimes, because in one part of your life, you literally are the boss. You literally have to run things a certain way, and you got to make sure people know not to play with you. But on the other side, it is the other side where it's like, no, I want you to let me cater to you. Let me, let me be the soft of me.
So we're outside opener. How was last week?
So I mean, last weekend. So I was just happy to see people outside. I mean, in terms of that, like, I mean, I was just happy to be, I mean, have my mask, whatever, those things, hand sanitizer, all of that. But it's also, I will be honest, because I haven't necessarily been in groups outside of, like, large groups outside of people that I know. So it's also like that space of, like, I already wasn't too keen on people being all in my face in my space. So now it's kind of like, can you stand right there and talk to me? Hey, how you doing? But dating is hard. I don't know, like the whole dating and COVID made it harder. Like, I mean, it really did. Because even like for me, I could say for me specifically, like I tried to, at that point you wasn't going outside. So at that, I did a lot, probably the most internet scenarios that I've ever done in my life, 2020. And they were all different extremes, like, because you literally it's only texting, it's only like phone too, and then making plans was like, well, things are closed, so are you just coming over to this person's house or trying to meet up outside before it gets dark? Because I mean, it was winter, once the time winter came, it got dark at like 5, so it made dating harder. Now, if you were already in a relationship, you got more creative, but in meeting somebody new, it's like I don't even know you regularly, so now to try to be creative with the dating space or a get to know you activity when everything is closed, and most people default to easy things like a restaurant. Well, at one point we wasn't even able to go to restaurants, so I guess the creative version of that is you cooking for me. But now, do I feel comfortable enough coming to your house for this?
I was telling the boys, I said, yo, first of all, this summer's gonna summer like a motherfucker, and 2, everybody, think about it. We know a lot of people that ended up in relationships during COVID.
Yeah, they did.
So I was talking with the boys. I said, it's really about to test who really loved a girl and who really was just comfortable and didn't want to be alone for 12 months. You're about to see, because
I mean, there's some truth to that. But I also feel like even with that, like people that were like on a cusp, it kind of forced them closer. Like where you might have had a lot of distractions to, or whatever, however you want to put it. It was kind of like you looking at this person like, you know what? I kind of like where I'm at right here. You might have put a little bit more effort versus going to a festival, I don't know, every other weekend. Like I think so it either focused you where you was like, this is what I really like. This is, I like it here. I want to be here and stop playing around. Or it was kind of like, dang, I ain't want to be lonely. So we ain't want to be lonely together. So now here we are. And we'll see if it lasts. Like, but
I'm pretty sure you're gonna run into a couple married or you got a girlfriend, boyfriend type things this summer.
Oh yeah, no, I mean I'm sure. I mean, and like I said, even just through COVID, like once outside started opening, like even when we went to like the 9 o'clock, like kind of thing, like even going out. I might make it out at like 8, so it's only like that hour. But like if I was to go out to like a bar or something like that, even in terms of the men, you had some that were already at they're like, I'm tired of being in the house. I'm tired of being with this chick. Okay, well, sounds like you're already starting with a situation, but dang, like outside just opened 2 weeks ago, and you already talking about how you was tired of being in the house. Well, but you know what? That ain't my business.
Yeah, it's Charlotte's a little different. It's funny because we all be hanging out. That's why even yesterday we talk about who's mean.
And I really don't appreciate that how I came into the conversation.
What was the conversation? That Shalise is mean?
No,
I said a lot of us are mean. I said Shalise, me, Lack
is
and
mean.
We all can be mean.
Yeah, you know what?
We could be mean, and then me, Shalise, and Lack are from New York. We are naturally like, oh, you cracking jokes? That's where your mother died.
Yes, it's just the line is a little bit thinner with certain things.
And Soup is actually, you know what? Yeah, because Soup is,
Soup is on the cusp. Soup is
right But he got it in him.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So we all got a little bit of. We're not just mean people. Like we don't go out there just bullying people. But don't like new people. I was referring more to like when a guy tries to first talk to you, he's gonna look like, oh, she's mean.
I have gotten better about being out with my smile, guys. I'll be like, hey. How you doing?
You learn how to flirt. That's what I tried to teach you.
And that's the thing. That's what I'm bad at. And I can admit, like, I'm trying to learn the art of flirting, like the art of like, hey, what's your name?
It's so easy. It's like, it's a natural thing.
I don't have it naturally. I really don't.
Because Lisa's from New York, and she's
no, I naturally.
I don't know why she doesn't. I don't understand.
Listen, it took for me to be coming down south to speak to people. Hey, da 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 da. Man,
I speak though, like, I am like, you know, open. I speak. When people approach me, like I said, I've gotten better at just like sitting with a smile, because apparently my straight face is not as welcoming. So, you know, working that one.
That's why I said, y'all got till January 1st to get a man. I see we had to move that date up because there's no reason why.
Let me tell you, when I say I did the most online dating last year that I've ever done, and probably the most dates, I could easily say I probably went on more like dating situations probably in the last 18 months than I have in like the last 4 years. I have made my attempts.
When was the last time you were in a relationship?
I've ran into people in relationships. I've ran into people lying about whether they got kids or not. I've ran into people who telling me they single and they got their personal training business. Meanwhile, the fiance calling because, oh, that's not his business, that's mine. Like, how did I get here?
How did I get here?
How did I get here?
What is happening?
People using their best friends' names on the little apps instead of their names. So it's like, oh, somebody calls, hey, well, do you know John? No, I don't know. I don't know any John. Oh, well, he might go by, oh, that's his best friend's name. Okay, cool. Well, here we are.
Nicholas, it's not that I'm super flirty. I don't know what else to say about that. I don't think that I am. No. That's
you are, because you got the eyes.
I am.
You got your eyes. You got the eyes down.
It's a natural thing. Like, I mean, Rocky tells me all the time, like, if you just bat your eyes, you know, you can get the world. And I don't do it on purpose, and it just comes so. That's why I was like, Shalice, you are so. There's no reason why. I mean, and I don't definitely be in no nigga face. Like, I use my eyes for women, men, children. I mean, it's just a natural thing.
I don't play the game, period. So she don't play the game, period. That's where Chadrick gets it from.
Yeah,
yes, I'm working on my how to like flirt. I'm working on that one.
Yeah, once you get that down, I don't know how to. I mean, I don't know. It's just little things. You know, liquid hair. I'm very big with my shoulders.
We're going to find you, Chuck, and Danny somebody.
Please.
We outside Friday.
I'm going to say, Danny got to find somebody. me and Chuck on life support.
We were supposed to be pregnant by now. Like,
I am not stopping that.
We are supposed to be pregnant by now. It's April.
Yeah, somebody's son.
We don't need them after that. We just need to get pregnant so we can, you know, have pretty light-skinned babies with long hair, pretty puffy hair. You'll have a boy though. You know what? She's gonna have a girl, huh? Her first baby gonna be a girl. That's gonna be tough. It's gonna soften her when she has a girl.
I tell my female friends all the time that if I have a female child, that she has all of y'all to thank. For me not having had her younger, because I didn't get female friends till I was older. So if I would have had like a female child or like a girl at like 22, oh Jesus, she would have thought I hated her, like, because I wouldn't have been able to. But now I'm better.
So somebody
mitigating emotions.
Somebody asked, "What is your advice for women with the business and COVID?" Marketing, since a lot of people avoid face-to-face.
Yeah, so Instagram, or like honestly, like Instagram, social media is huge, and that's probably my weakest point. But it's huge. I know people that if you could get a rhythm, use like Hootsuite. A lot of people use that. But use Instagram and link it to a Facebook business page, because that also takes out some of the feeling of like reposting the same thing. Again, like I said, for me, that's just social media is not my strong suit, but I know the value in it and I've seen it work. And even as far as where a lot of people they come from outside of word of mouth, it comes from the internet. I've heard Twitter is a lot better too because they don't have the same algorithm as Instagram. So I know a lot of people that have even went to Twitter business wise because the hashtags and stuff aren't filtered as much as like Instagram and Facebook have gotten real big on these paid ads. So that would be, I guess, my advice to you. Like, definitely when it comes to marketing, even avoiding face to face. I made a bunch of cards. As a matter of fact, hold on. I did have them right here. Like, I made a bunch of cards, right? So this is like for my drink. And I just went around and put, kind of how like people at parties and stuff put flyers indoors. And I literally just put them by like apartment complex mailboxes and stuff like that. That's zero face to face, and people are going to see it. Things like that. Whatever your business is, put it places where people will see it or might be interested. I specifically went to like the college area where I know a lot of students live, well, at least younger people live, they'll be more likely to buy drinks and put those up. So
it is smart.
Yeah, I don't encourage people. We have a marketing department just because we have a lot of different things going on in the company. And he bases his stuff on social media. So majority of his time he's posting on the Facebooks and people's pages. The good thing is to go into like the neighborhood apps like that. Get to find your good customer base and use that. Get into the school system. Find just neighborhoods are really good.
Even Facebook groups too, like because they like in your area Facebook groups. I get a lot of things from those too, like just a simple post, or some people might post like looking for something, and even if you aren't that direct service, you can maybe link to the service in some way, be like, hey, I'm not this, but I'm this, right. And that person on that thread might not see you or need you, but somebody else on that thread might, because Facebook sends out those notifications to be like, oh, so and so has commented. Yeah.
Social media is powerful. So,
more powerful than you think. Yeah, that's what makes it work. It's better than word of mouth. The business cards. This lady that did Anthony's party the other day showed me her digital business card. Yep. So she goes to like the airport. Airdrop. And she just airdrops it out. Just wherever you're at, she just airdrops. So people are like, what is this? But I mean, it's saved in your phone. So you're going to look at it. You may erase it, but you may just be like, oh, I may need this. So she stays busy because once a week she goes to a busy place and just airdrops it out. So that's definitely something that I encourage people to do. It doesn't cost it. I think that it may cost $100, but she said she can change it as much as she wants. So it's very good. I'm going to try to do that for my team. So because they're everywhere, so it doesn't matter where you're at. You just airdrop it. So
anybody that has their airdrop on, you literally just press it. They'll get it whether they want it or not. It's going to pop up.
Yeah, the airdrop. So I meant to tell you that, Joe, because I was like, oh, wow. So, and even like Rocky's mom with her cakes and stuff, I was telling her that's what she needs to do. And on the app is so great. I'm going to try to get the app for next week. You can add all of your social media sites on there, all of your email, everything on there. So when you open the app, you can push one thing, it goes to your Instagram page. One thing goes to your Facebook page.
Oh, so it's actually an app. Oh, okay. I've done that before, like for my consulting stuff. I've done that before, but I literally just had I had a picture of my business card. I just took a picture of it and just dropped it like you sharing a picture. Like I've done. I didn't know the app. That's interesting. So it pops. So how mine's has done, it just pops up as like a picture. So and so sending you a picture, but still it has all my information, whatever. Right. But to have something with links, I think I'd be interested in
$100. You can change it as much as you want. I was like, oh my gosh. She was like, you have to get this. So I was like, yeah, it makes sense. That's scamming. That's spam. It ain't no spam. Shut up, Nicholas.
That's scamming.
But look, think about how many times you get, like, I know like girls always talk about how much Fashion Nova sends them out emails, texts, all of that. Like But I bet you every time, just because it says sale, somebody that wasn't even thinking about buying something is now looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, think about ads. It'd be stuff you've never even thought about, and just because it's popped up more than once, you're like, you know what? Maybe I can find these.
Look at all the ads for the stimulus check. Fast forward said, come spend that in the year.
Yep.
Nicholas said, would Shalice date Dio?
Yo, they both from New York. Shalice would probably cuss Dio out. It would be real toxic.
It would be the best conversation ever because Shalice doesn't. She has zero tolerance.
It's just both of them are strong. I don't know.
Oh God.
Shalice has zero tolerance for bullshit though. Like so.
Yeah, she's not gonna take no BS. But if he comes at her straight, it could be fine. She ain't gonna take no BS. Yeah, that's going.
I'm not argumentative at all. But it take a lot to get me there.
Yeah, but Dio's cool. I mean, I think if Dio probably needs a chick that's like real.
Hi, Dio. What's
up? Keep it a buck with him, and he'll be straight. You know what I mean?
I mean, I appreciate
New
his
York.
hustle. Right. Oh yeah, he's definitely New York. I appreciate Dio's hustle. He's a family man and the hustle. Like that's like traits that I like people to be around. Like those two things, and we can make it. Like as a team. Yeah, he's a family man. Like he'll have his kids with him or not. If you don't have his kids, he's still he's trying to make that dollar, and it's good. It's good.
Is he single in real life or just single like in partial life?
Single in real life.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I mean, he co-parents with his kids.
Okay.
He lives in Houston, so I think you saw him maybe at Nicholas' house. When did you go? We went for Labor Day.
Memorial Day. When we went in May.
Memorial Day. Yeah. Was he there?
If he was, I can guarantee this. I don't remember because there was a lot of other libations happening.
Big drama at Norwood's house that day. Yeah,
I would say between that and the peach rings, it was over for me. So if he was,
oh my God, our producer knows about the peach ring. She was done when we went to David Lindsay party.
Yeah,
done. Yeah. I knew it was over when there's a picture of me allowing D-Lo to give me a shot of Paul from the pool. I knew it was bad decisions. I was a willing participant from a whole floaty. I was willing participant.
You have to have Paul at your party because this is actually D-Lo's last week in Charlotte too.
We went out yesterday to his favorite little spot. Mm-hmm. But yeah.
I'm gonna miss him.
I'm
glad he's moving on. I'm glad he's doing big things. We're gonna have him on. So thank you, Shalice. So we're gonna see if Dio we can maybe make that love connection happen. That'll be interesting. He definitely wants more kids. He definitely is like a relationship person. He's not out here. So yeah, that may be a good thing. Would you do a long distance relationship?
Yeah, I've done long distance before.
At least I might move to Houston. She ain't stuck.
All right, because she ain't stuck in Charlotte like that.
Be like, what? Bye.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what this one says. Oh, Quinn just said something.
What Quinn said?
She said, "Oh, there's another question in the comments." That's the only. I can only see Quinn's. I can't see nobody else's stuff.
Oh, is it a good idea to say how you post it on there? Can you see it?
Oh, it's there now. Let's say honestly, it's personal preference. So like for me, I do, but that's not like my main advertising point. Her question, I don't know if y'all can see it or not. It says, is it a good idea to say that you're a black business during this time, or should you leave that out? So like, for example, my t-shirts, I have like this shirt this is actually one of mine. I have one that says Black AF. So some of the things that I have, just once you look at my t-shirts, you'll know automatically that it is. When it comes to like for example, like drinks or my consulting stuff, it doesn't sway one way or the other, and I don't market it as such. But I also don't try not to. But I know some people, like, because during this time, like, people are leaning more into like just wanting to support black businesses. So even like, for example, my birthday, like I said, when I was looking for a caterer, I specifically was looking for a small black business to support. Like that was I wasn't just looking for a caterer. I was looking for a black one. So if that's what people are seeking that out more now. But on the flip side of that, depending on what your business is, that it really does depend on what your business is. So like I have a friend, she just started a paint and sip thing, and she doesn't want to be she doesn't want it to be recognized as just a black business. She wants it to just be a business that people that want to do paint and sips can do. So like even the pictures she advertises, like she has some with like girls with afro, other ones are just like generic wine glasses or, you know, hearts or something like that. So, but it's because she doesn't want to narrow her scope to where people that only are looking, I guess people are only looking to use her because she's a black business. So that's your personal preference.
Yeah, we don't, and like you said, either way, it just we just do great business. And it's not because I'm woke or not woke. It's just because the business kind of that we're in is definitely a people business. We deal with kids, we deal with, hospice. So there's just even the restaurant, I think Lenny put the sign up just because people were looting in the area, but not because we were trying to sway that way. Of course, we're all for it, but with us, we want to reach I don't have a problem letting the racist Ku Klux Klan mom die at the hospice. I'm just real. Want to bring them in, John? Bring them on in. We'll let Sue Bev die here. I don't care about your damn badass child. You're a nigga. That's fine. Good. Cool. That's just me.
Like people like that automatically, once they find out that you're black, they would weed themselves out. I think that's my thing. So people who really don't, who only don't want to support you because you're a black business, it will be a self-correcting thing, because once you talk to a person or see them, meet or whatever, they will, if that's why they don't want to do business with you, they won't. So that's why I think for me it's like a self-correcting thing, like where if that's what they want to do. But in terms of like when it comes, I guess, a marketing aspect, there is a marketing piece now that people are using. It's like the whole like cool to be black thing. So it's like, and that bothers me. Like I said, that bothers me. But the reality is it is also a marketing tool. So I guess.
Because with me, and this is my personal thing, when I was doing more like counseling with my social work stuff, I would be around a lot of Caucasians that thought that they would love to get little black boys in and do counseling with them because they were on the theory that we can save the little black boy. So that's how America is thinking, and I'm not with that. I don't need you to save me. I'm good. I can get trapped by myself and I can save myself. So don't do I just want to save all the black people because I just still feel so bad for them. Hey man, just give me the money. Swipe your card. I'm good. I don't need the speed. I don't need none of that. I'm good.
And I guess like you said, it's a service. Like that's for me. It's like for me, I focus on quality with all my stuff. Like quality matters. So I want you to really want to like come back to me for whatever or do business because like you like the quality, not just because. Not just. I guess it's the whole thing where it's like, why do you have to support black business, so to speak, versus just using the business because it's a good business?
Right. So just I encourage people just do great work. So it doesn't matter. That takes away the skin tone and, it's a woman black business. Of course we get perks from that on our taxes, but that's not what we're here for. We're here to provide a service, a business. And that's what we're here, not because we're black, not because I'm a woman, not because because I forgot I'm Indian this week. Right. Because, my eyes turn blue. So not because I'm that. Because I'm a mommy. I'm Puerto Rican mommy. So not because I'm Latino. Not because I'm Latino. Just like it because. I just do good work. Sis, just do great work. And people, whoever will want to get you because you're doing great work. So that's what I encourage everybody to say that. It's not
the biggest thing is stay consistent with whatever you're doing. Stay consistent. Like, so whatever it is, whatever your business is, I don't think she ever said it, but whatever your business is, as a woman, as a black business, however it is, whatever you're doing, stay consistent, and the consistency will yield results.
She got something, and Shalise, you can you see the comment, Nikki? Can you post it?
I can't see
the last one. It's about the Jews. Yeah. So you see that? Yeah. And we grew up in New York. It is like that.
Yeah,
For the
it is.
community, they are.
So that's why I
Spanish
say I
people.
understand. That's why I say I definitely understand and support as far as like I said, me, I was specifically looking for like a black caterer. Like I was, and it wasn't a he need a life raft thing. It was just that's what I wanted to use. But it is because a lot of ethnicities, and like I said, we was in New York, they will stick to their own. They will not buy from nobody else. They will circulate their dollar within their community.
Right.
So I'm all for recirculation of the black dollar within our community. Even when it comes to,
Right.
a lot of people with brands and stuff, they're like, you're willing to spend so much at whatever this brand, but then you mad if a black brand is charging $30. It's like, I am all for recycling the dollar within our community.
But as the black people, if that's what we're gonna do, we got to step it up.
Yeah.
That's why I said
Most
quality.
Yeah. Most part, my friends in my circle, we really do. Like
right.
a lot of my T-shirts and stuff are from Shalice. My other homeboy Sue, his out of towner shirt. We do stuff amongst each other, but yeah, some of the services just be, come on now.
Yeah.
Or you can't find them. Like trying to find a black dentist in Charlotte is so difficult.
Right. And that's one reason why I would not promote that I'm a black business, because it's almost 70-30. Like it's bad. It's bad business, especially when people got this little bit of money. All of a sudden you make wigs or you do this. And it was like, you can't, they're not consistent. It's just horrible. It's like, no, I'm not going to say that, because that's putting me in a box, and everybody in that box is not the greatest. And everybody swear they could be everything. People love to tell me and Joe about our business. I mean, y'all not doing this right. Really? You telling us? You asked us to come help you?
It's tricky when it comes to us. That's a conversation for another day. We still dealing with stuff.
Because we still growing too, like in that space. Like, and that's the one thing, like, as far as it goes, like when it comes to building businesses and building that, like, as a community, as a black community, it's like we've had it and it's been torn down. Like we know we've had it and it's been torn down, and now we're trying to rebuild it from a different space. Like just the ideology behind it, just the whole thought of black business, black entrepreneurship, and like using your dollar differently. Like, because seemingly every time when we in certain towns when we would have it, it literally was burnt to the ground. So like
that's why I said that's a combo for another.
Yeah, day. Like we're starting over from a different space.
Yeah, they systematically break the
generational code.
The way they don't do other minorities.
Yeah,
we had those businesses. We had that system going. Every time we get in the game, they change the rules.
They change the rules. I was going to say the rules change.
So it's all a learning process. I think our generation, they're doing good. The Generation Z, them kids, wow.
They on it. they are on it.
They putting pressure on the system because they debunking the system.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't need school. I don't need this job. I work here today, work here tomorrow. They're breaking the system down and then they love everybody. Them little white kids, they turn into their own parents for being
right. They are. It's like they are, and it's like, okay,
all of that is all bundled together. But like I said, we could go on that subject for like
right. Because next week we're having a banker. I think Marcus is coming on next weekend to talk about like credit and stuff. Because in my own circle, we have like 5 of us that are buying a house within the next 2 months. And that's probably different than other generations. That's where our goal is. Like, even after us, they're not thinking about that. They're not thinking about buying it. We're like, oh yeah, we're doing this because this is what we're going to do. And we were able to use our money smartly to say, oh, we can put such and such down and it's not a problem. Stuff that white people have been doing for years. Now the black people, we're finally like, hey, we can do this. It's too easy. We don't have to have $100 shoes or $1,000 shoes when we can save $20,000 and get a house and make your credit great. Like, I think Nikki, now
this question is more geared to you
than me,
because she asked, She said, what's your advice for a woman who has a business and wants to balance her relationship with her child and her relationship with her spouse equally and still give her business 100%? That's a lot.
My current situation breaks up with me every 3 days, I think. Yeah. And my son has to have a private talk with me every 3 days also. So I get in trouble. And then my business, like Joe and them, uh, stay in prayer. And then the time that you do have, I always try to like, okay, I'm going to work just 9 to 5 here. I'm going to be with KJ here. I'm going to be my current situation here. It doesn't work like that. Whenever you have 10 minutes, take your 10 minutes for your business. If you got another 10 minutes, take from whatever it is, take 10 minutes to be with your child. There's no rhyme or reason to it. It's very hard. It's not even that you have to be that structured. I'm not that structured, but I'm determined to make things work and keep people around you that can help it. Like, I know that KJ requires a lot. So it's like, okay, I got 5 of my brothers that can like help. Hey, KJ's doing this. So use your team around you, use your family. Don't give up family things. Don't give up the family dinner. Don't give up things that you know that your spouse or your child likes for your business. But on the flip side, have open communication. Like, hey man, I got a big project. I'm just letting you know for the next 8 weeks.
Oh my God.
I may not be as present as you want me to, but I tell everybody, if you need, we came up with this new thing for me. You have to stand in front of me and say, do me now. And I know that means stop what I'm doing and pay attention to you. And it's sad that had to happen, but that's my life. But I'm okay with that because I'm not able to be checked or to be corrected, because I'll stay in my office and work straight. Throw them some Uber Eats, text everybody, say, oh, I love you, and then send out cash apps and think that's okay. But the people around me, yeah, that's not true. Yeah, I just turned my.
I
If you get a cash app for me, that means I feel some kind of bad.
Love language is Uber Eats and Zelly cash.
Zelly cash, I'm gonna sell you cash. It's gonna be a good amount and some food. You're like, what? And see, the mind, you forget, like, oh, she's working hard. I'm like, yes, bought me more 5 hours. But that's my thing. So everybody's happy. They may be, next week they'll be mad again, but they'll get Uber Eats again and some more cash, and then they'll forget. But again, I'm not that structured. Maybe you are, sis. If you are, that's good. But you just have to find your way, find what works for you, and be vocal. I encourage people around me to be vocal. Tell me that you're mad at me so I can fix it then. Because don't go 2 weeks and y'all talking among each other. Man, she couldn't even go to the dinner. She couldn't go to the Easter egg hunt. And that's not fair to me because you're not vocal. And I'm thinking like, I'm happy because in my mind, I'm working for us. So just be vocal and just know your limitations. Be like, I'm so tired, I can't do it. And tell your people that, like, hey man, y'all gotta take over. I need 1 day. And I just started doing that for myself, which is better. Like, I can't do nothing today. My mind can't work, because being a woman in business with relationships and children and great friends, it's hard. It's not easy. And it's a lot. It's a lot.
I think one thing you said was like at the ask for help piece, because you did say that, and I mean, even though I'm not in that space, that's one thing that I had to learn. Like, and that was a learning curve in itself. Asking for help and like knowing within yourself when you're at your limit. Like, so even for her, whatever your limit is when it comes to your business stuff, and then family or whatever. Because like I said, I don't have children, but even just with family and friends, like, I was neglectful to my family in certain ways at certain times. Like, and I realized that, but it's that balance of, I feel like this needs to be priority and what you think is a priority, and having that communication line open. But the big thing is being able to ask for help and know when you need to, honestly. Literally listening to yourself when you know you need to.
It's been, I just started doing this. Maybe, Joe, when was it? Like maybe December. I said, I am overwhelmed, and I was like, I need help. And this is what's going on.
These past 3 months they've been rough. But always ask for help. You don't know it all. You're only as strong as the people that's around you.
Right. And I love my people. So to me, I need to work very, very hard for my people. But I need my people to help me. And they're like, Nikki, just ask. Quinn be like, just tell me what you want me to do. I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense, because don't try to do it by yourself, because then you're mad and you have to do you turn red. And so, yeah, I mean, just use your people around you. Ask for help, sis. Tell everybody what you're doing
And
so
what
they
you need.
understand what
Yep.
you need.
Yeah. And I had to, and I had to learn that. Like, I had to learn how to be vocal with what it was I actually needed from people at different times. Like, and being okay with accepting the help, because you also got to be open to accepting help and not feel like it's a form of weakness or taken away in any way. But also being clear with the communication of, like Nikki was saying, if somebody tells you you're not fulfilling your role, what they need from you, being open to listening to that, to correct it. So, like, because you have to hear that too. Like, if somebody's telling you, like, well, you think you're there, but you're not.
Right.
You have to be able to listen to that.
Right.
You have to be able to listen to that.
Right. And I'm okay. I mean, and the people around me have been like, Nikki, I don't understand some things. And that's fine. I can be like, okay, that's not my fault. I'll figure it out. We can figure it out together. But it's made my life so much easier since I started asking for help 4 months ago. Cause it's like, oh, and sometimes, well, Joe is really good to like just jump in. Quinn just jump in. But other people were scared before because they're like, I don't want to mess up. I'm like, hey, let's just mess up together. It's okay. So sis, just do your own thing, but be open in communication of what your needs are, and it'll be okay.
Yep. So
next week we will have Marcus on to talk about credit and purchasing houses, and we're excited about moving forward.
Yeah, my guy got a lot going on.
He'll be good to start off Men's Month.
Yeah, Shalise, thank you for coming.
Thank you. You're very good.
Drop your tags for your social media for your life teas and
Can I type or just say okay? So I was like, I don't know if anybody could see this thing over here. So for my t-shirts and apparel, it's My Life Tees, so spelled regular, MY Life Tees and _. My drinks, if you're in Charlotte or honestly anywhere as far as the mobile bartending piece, but if you want to purchase some drinks, it's Pour Please, so Pour P-O. Oh, I had the card right here. See?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Pour, so it's spelled just like that. POUR, like to pour. Please. _ is the Instagram, and my personal is Lovelyce, which is LOVELEYCE.
You are doing great.
You know, it's funny. Before you said your Instagram name, you don't want to know what I thought he used to say.
Please do tell. Because you know my name, so
yeah. So I'm like, what you
Lovely?
Lovelyce.
You are so sick, man. It's Lovelyce, like lovely. Come on, but
listen, Lovelyce, Loshi.
Girl, he was just asking me those earlier this morning.
I think it's because when I went to create it, I wanted to do like Lovely, like because at the time people used to call me Lily, but like it was taken, so I went with Lise because nobody else is really like. I don't know, but it's been that. But yeah, Lolo, shut up! I'm so done with him.
Oh man! All right, yo, I'll see you.
Okay, thank you. All right, guys, we'll see you next week. We'll be our regular time next week because we will be back.
Okay. Bye, everybody.
All right.
I don't know how to get out of here.
Who's that girl? Who's that girl?